Good afternoon, students. Today I am here with you to deal with the first poem of ninth standard English. And a warm welcome to you to the today's class. So, before going to start the lesson, let's have a short talk. So, which is our country? Yes, you all know that India is our country. When we heard the word India, we feel proud about that. We feel very happy, just like when we heard the name of our mother. And India is a famous country and it is the seventh largest country in the world. Children, we are really blessed to born in this great country. And India is famous for its tradition, for its culture, for its heritage. That's why we should be very much proud about as Indians. We should be proud as an Indian. And it has a great historical background. India has a great historical background. Here we see that it is the birthplace of many religions. India is the birthplace of many religions, that Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Parsism, Sikh. Like that, so many religions are there in India. So in India, we can see unity in diversity. So these are the things I think you are already studied in social science. But for the introduction only, I am telling all these matters. So India has its own culture. There are so many people who are belong to different religions, different castes, and those different castes and different religions have their own traditions, have their own culture. So even though these are the differences are there, even though we are living in one country, that's why it is called as unity in diversity. So among those religions, we going to take Buddhism. So who was the founder of Buddhism? Buddhism, you all know that Buddha ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So who was the founder of Buddhism? Yes, Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha is the founder of Buddhism. So he was a great human being and he renounced worldly presence. And we have heard is so many great sayings. Among that one is that desire is the root cause of sorrow. Desire is the root cause of sorrow. It means to say that asaye dukkakke karana. So here Buddha is having so many disciples. Disciples means followers. Disciple means followers. Among that one is Upagupta. That's why the poem has kept the name Upagupta. So Upagupta was a disciple of Buddha. And Buddha himself, he is having so many, we can find so many good qualities in Buddha. Just like kindness, wisdom, selflessness, like that so many good qualities he had adopted in his life. Just like Buddha, Upagupta, he was also just he was the reflection of Buddha. Upagupta was just a reflection of Buddha. It means to say that he also having some very good qualities in his life. So the poem Upagupta, it has been written by the greatest India's modern poets, Rabindranath Tagore, who has written our national anthem. You all know that our national anthem, Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jai. It was written by the great poet, Indian poet, modern poet, Rabindranath Tagore. Students, you just know more about the poet Rabindranath Tagore. Open the page number 30. Rabindranath Tagore is the greatest of India's modern poets. So he was the greatest India's modern poets. So he was born in a affluent Bengali family in 1861. So when was Rabindranath Tagore born? He was born in 1861. Born 1861. Where did he born? He born in a affluent Bengali family. So besides being a poet, he was a novelist, essayist and dramatist. So Rabindranath Tagore not only writes poems, he also wrote novels, essays and dramas also. And he got the Nobel Prize in 1913. He got Nobel Prize in 1913 for his work Geetanjali. 1913. Geetanjali. So, Rabindranath Tagore, he was the greatest among the modern India's poets, and he was not only a poet, he was a novelist, he was an essayist and he was also a dramatist. And he got Nobel Prize for his work Geetanjali in 1913. And he was also a founder of Vishwabharati at Shantiniketan. Dear students, you have all in the previous class, you knows that about Shantiniketan, how it was and what are the activities were going on in Shantiniketan. So this was the brief introduction about the poet of this poem. So let us see the introduction about the poem. This poem is about the story of Buddhist monk. Monk means, you just observe the word monk. Monk means ascetic. A-S-C-E-T-I-C. EIC ascetic లేదా కన్నడలో ఇక్కడ సన్యాసి ಅಂತ. So the Upagupta was a Buddhist monk, a disciple of Lord Buddha, and so Upagupta was the follower of Buddha. So here the disciple means who was following, one who follow his religious leader. So he was a disciple of Buddha and the dancing girl of Mathura, Vasavadatta. So in this poem there are mainly two characters. One is Upagupta and another one is Vasavadatta. Vasavadatta. So Buddha is a disciple of Upagupta, and Vasavadatta, she was a dancing girl of Mathura. So there are these are having the opposite characters. Upagupta and Vasavadatta were having the opposite characters. There is no matching in their characters. Vasavadatta was a famous and beautiful dancing girl. She was proud of her beauty, youth, and her wealth. So Vasavadatta, she was a dancing girl of Mathura city. She was a famous dancer in Mathura city. ಅವಳು ಈ ಮಥುರಾ ನಗರದ ಒಬ್ಬ ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧ ನೃತ್ಯಗಾರತಿಯಾಗಿದ್ಲು. ಯಾರು? ವಾಸವದತ್ತ. And she was proud of her beauty. So she was very much proud about her beauty, about her wealth, and about her youth. So here Vasavadatta is having so much very much proud about her wealth, beauty, and youth. In the other side, Upagupta, the disciple of Buddha, he was leading a very simple life. He was leading a very simple life, and he renounced worldly pleasure. He was not having any desires. So that's why here Upagupta was an ascetic. He was an ascetic. He was a disciple of Buddha. He was an epitome of kindness, wisdom, and selfishness. So you just compare the qualities of Vasavadatta and Upagupta. Upagupta is having the qualities of, he was an epitome of kindness. Epitome means, the word, you just observe the word epitome. E-P-I-T-O-M-E. E-P-I-T-O-M-E. Epitome means summary. S-U-M-M-R. Epitome means summary. So he was the summary of kindness. So he has so much of kindness towards all the creatures, and he was very intelligent. He has so much of wisdom, and he was also the quality of selfishness, selflessness. It means to say that selfless means niswartate. So just to compare the qualities of both characters. So Vasavadatta she was a dancing girl, and she was very much proud about her beauty, youth and wealth. And in the other side, Upagupta, he was the ascetic and he was the epitome of kindness and selflessness and wisdom. So one day, one dark night, while walking, Vasavadatta stumbles over the body of Upagupta, who was sleeping on the dusty ground. So one day what happens? One day, the saint, the ascetic Upagupta was sleeping on a dusty ground. So Vasavadatta, she was coming on the same path, but she didn't see the path clearly. That's why she stumbled over the body of Upagupta. Here you observe the word stumbles. Stumbles. S-T-U-M-B-L-E-S. S-T-U-M-B-L-E-S. Stumbles means to slip. To slip. To slip. Here, ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಾಸವದತ್ತ ರಾತ್ರಿ ವೇಳೆ ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ ಆ ಮಥುರಾ ನಗರದ ಒಂದು ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಧೂಳಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅದೇ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಂತಹ ಈ ವಾಸವದತ್ತ ಆ ದಾರಿ ಕಾಣದೆ ಅವಳ ಕಾಲು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಉಪಗುಪ್ತನ ಶರೀರಕ್ಕೆ ತಾಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ from that only the poem begins. Let us start the poem, children. Okay. Open the page number of 24 of your book, and you just observe my reading and underline the difficult words or new words. There are so many difficult words. So first I recite the poem. Upagupta, the disciple of Buddha, lay asleep on the dust by the city wall of Mathura. Lamps were all out, doors were all shut, and stars were all hidden by the murky sky of August. Whose feet were those tinkling with anklets, touching his breast of a sudden? He woke up startled, and the light from a woman's lamp struck his forgiving eyes. It was the dancing girl, stained with jewels, wearing a pale blue mantle, drunk with the wine of her youth. She lowered her lamp and saw the young face as austerely beautiful. "Forgive me, young ascetic," said the woman. "Graciously came to my house. The dusty earth is not fit bed for you." The young ascetic answered, "Woman, go on your way. When the time is right, I will come to you." Suddenly the black night showed its teeth in a flash of lightning. The storm roared from the corner of the sky, and the woman trembled in fear of some unknown danger. A year has not yet passed. It was evening of a day in April, in spring season. The branches of the wayside trees were full of blossom. Gay notes of the flute came floating in the warming spring air from afar. Upagupta passed through the city gates and stood at the base of the rampart. Was that a woman lying at his feet in the shadow of the mango grove? Struck with the black pestilence, her body spotted with sores of smallpox, she was hurriedly driven away from the town to avoid the poisonous contagion the ascetic sat by her side, took her head on his knees, and moistened her lips with water, and smeared her body with sandal balm. "Who are you, merciful one?" asked the woman. "The time at last has come to visit you, and I am here," replied the young ascetic. Now, I will give the explanation, or I describe the first stanza of the poem. Upagupta, the disciple of Buddha. So we already know that Upagupta was a disciple of Buddha. He was a follower of Buddha. Lay asleep on the dust by the city wall of Mathura. So one night, Upagupta was the disciple of Buddha, was sleeping on the dusty road of Mathura city. ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಬುದ್ಧನ ಅನುಯಾಯಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ ಮಥುರಾ ನಗರದ ಒಂದು ಧೂಳಿನಿಂದ ತುಂಬಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ರಸ್ತೆಯ ಗೋಡೆಯ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Lamps were all out. You just observe the sleep. Asleep means in the state of sleep. Asleep. Asleep means in the state of sleep. The state of sleep. Lay means lie down. On the dust by the city wall of Mathura. Lamps were all out, doors were all shut. So, maybe that was a rainy season. That's why all the people of the city were already sleeping. That's why lamps were all out. So, all the lights were already switched off. And doors were all shut. So, the people of Mathura city were already, they were in sleep. That's why they all switch off the lights and they shut their doors and they were sleeping. So they were all, the people of Mathuras were all in state indoors. Stars were all hidden by the murky sky of August. So it means to say that there is no stars in the sky. There is no stars in the sky. Stars were all hidden by the murky sky of August. So observe this line, children. Students, it was a example for figure of speech personification. It is a good example for figure of speech personification. It means to say that personification means feeling life to non-living objects. So here stars were all hidden by the murky sky of August. ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಆ ಆಷಾಢ ಮಾಸದ ಕಗ್ಗತ್ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮರೆಯಾಗಿವೆ. ಹಿಡನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹವಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ. ಹಿಡನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹವಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಹಿಡನ್ ಬೈ ದ ಮರ್ಕಿ ಸ್ಕೈ ಆಫ್ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್. ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ ತಿಂಗಳ ಆ ಒಂದು ಆಷಾಢದ ಮೋಡಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಡಗಿಕೊಂಡಿವೆ, ಅವಿತುಕೊಂಡಿವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Whose feet were those tinkling with anklets, touching his breast? Of a sudden, he woke up startled, and the light from the woman's lamp struck his forgiving eyes. So, all the lights were switched off, all the doors were shut, and the stars were hidden in the murky sky of August. In that night, Upagupta was sleeping beside the wall of Mathura. At a sudden, whose feet were those tinkling with anklets? Here now Vasavadatta is coming. Whose feet? Feet means pada. Were those tinkling with anklets? Twinkling. Tinkling means shine. With anklets. Anklets means ಕಾಲ್ಗೆಜ್ಜೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾಲ್ಗೆಜ್ಜೆಯಿಂದ ಮಿನುಗುತ್ತಾ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಪಾದಗಳು ಯಾರ್ದು ಅಂದರೆ ಅವೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವು? ಟಚಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಸಡನ್. ಸೊ ಕಾಲ್ಗೆಜ್ಜೆಯಿಂದ ಒಳಿತಾ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಪಾದಗಳು ಈ ಉಪಗುಪ್ತನ ಒಂದು ಎದೆಯನ್ನ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದವು, ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದವು. Touching his breast of a sudden. So, when Upagupta was sleeping there, Vasavadatta was coming on that way. She didn't see the path clearly. That's why her foot touched the breast of Upagupta. So, Upagupta ಮಲಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಆ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಂತಹ ವಾಸವದತ್ತಳಿಗೆ ದಾರಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾಣದೇ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಯಿತು? ಅವಳ ಒಂದು ಪಾದ ಉಪಗುಪ್ತನ ಎದೆಗೆ ತಾಕಿತು. He woke up startled. Observe the word startled. Startled means surprised. ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಯ್ತು ಅವನಿಗೆ. He woke up. ಎದ್ದು ಕುಳಿತ. ಯಾರು? ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ. And the light from the woman's lamp struck his forgiving eyes. The light from a woman's lamp. So the woman was standing there with a lamp in her hand that struck his forgiving eyes. ಅಂದರೆ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರದಂತೆ ಹೊಳಿತಾ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ದಯಾಭರಿತವಾದ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳಿಗೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡುವು. Forgiving eyes means ದಯಾಭರಿತವಾದ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳು. It was the dancing girl, stared with jewels, wearing a pale blue mantle, drunk with the wine of her youth. She lowered her lamp and saw the young face, austerely beautiful. So, she was none other than the dancing girl of Mathura. She was a dancing girl. So who was the dancing girl here? Yes, Vasavadatta was a dancing girl. Stared with the jewels. So she was wearing so many jewels. She was shining in that jewels. Wearing a pale blue mantle. Mantle means we can call gaunu anta karithivi. Niluvangi gaunu anta karithivi. Pale blue means tili neeli. ತಿಳಿ ನೀಲಿ ಬಣ್ಣದ ಗೌನನ್ನ ಧರಿಸಿದ್ದು ಯಾರು? ದ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಗರ್ಲ್. ಡ್ರಂಕ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ವೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಹರ್ ಯೂತ್. ಸೊ ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಪ್ರೌಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಹರ್ ಯೂತ್, ಅಬೌಟ್ ಹರ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ, ಅಬೌಟ್ ಹರ್ ವೆಲ್ತ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಆರ್ ದ poet telling that drunk with the wine of her youth. So she had drunk the wine of her youth. So she was very much proud about her youth. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ತಿಳಿ ನೀಲಿ ಬಣ್ಣದ ಗೌನನ್ನು ಧರಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಆಭರಣಗಳಿಂದ ಅಲಂಕೃತಳಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಆ ಒಬ್ಬ ನೃತ್ಯಗಾರ್ತಿ ಯೌವನವೆಂಬಂತಹ ಒಂದು ವೈನನ್ನ ಕುಡಿದಿರುವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೌವನದ ಮತ್ತು ಅವಳ ತಲೆಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿತ್ತು. ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯವಂತೆ, ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅಹಂಕಾರ ಇತ್ತು. She lowered her lamp and saw the young face, austerely beautiful. Here austerely means ತಪಸ್ವಿಯ ಸರಳ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ತಪಸ್ವಿಯ ಸರಳ ಸುಂದರವಾದ ಯುವ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ. austerely beautiful. She lowered her lamp. So when her feet touched the breast of that person, she lowered her lamp and saw that there was a austerely beautiful young ascetic, and saw the young face austerely beautiful. ಅಂದರೆ ತಪಸ್ವಿಯ ಸರಳ ಸುಂದರವಾದ ಯುವ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಯನ್ನ ಅವಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾಳೆ. So he was a very young at that time. He was not a old person. He was a young ascetic. Upagupta. Forgive me, young ascetic. So it is quite natural that when our feet touched somebody's body, we ask forgiveness. Forgive me, young ascetic. ಯುವ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ, ನನ್ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಷಮಿಸು. said the woman graciously. Graciously means please, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅಂತ. So when Vasavadatta's feet touched the breast of young ascetic Upagupta, she lowered her lamp and saw a beautiful young ascetic, and he asked sorry for that. Forgive me, young ascetic, said the woman graciously, said the woman. So after that she asked sorry for that, and now graciously welcome to my house. So now the Vasavadatta, the dancing girl, she is inviting the young ascetic Upagupta to her house. ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ ಅವಳು, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು, ಗ್ರೇಸಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಮೀನ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಮೈ ಹೌಸ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ನನ್ನ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. ದ ಡಸ್ಟಿ ಅರ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಿಟ್ ಬೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. ಈ ಒಂದು ಧೂಳಿನಿಂದ ತುಂಬಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನೆಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾಳೆ. ಯಾರು? ವಾಸವದತ್ತ ಈ ಒಬ್ಬ ಯುವ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಯನ್ನ. ದ ಡಸ್ಟಿ ಹರ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಿಟ್ ಬೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. ನಿಮ್ಮಂಥವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿರಬಾರ್ದು, ನನ್ನ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಶಿ ಇನ್ವೈಟ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಯಂಗ್ ಅಸೆಟಿಕ್. ದ ಯಂಗ್ ಅಸೆಟಿಕ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಡ್. Now the young ascetic, the Upagupta, is answered, woman, go on your way. Woman, in here woman means Vasavadatta. Woman, go on your way. ನಿನ್ನ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀನು ಹೋಗು. The young ascetic, when the time is right, I will come to you. When the time is right, I will come to you. ಹೋ ಹೆಣ್ಣೆ, ನಿನ್ನ ದಾರಿಯನ್ನ ನೀನು ಹೋಗು, ಸಮಯ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾನೇ ಬರುತ್ತೇನೆ. Suddenly the black night showed its teeth. So there was a lightning on the sky, in the sky. Minchu anta kalti. It shows that suddenly the black night showed its teeth. Here it is again the figure of speech has been introduced. Suddenly the black night showed its teeth. It means to say there was a lightning in the sky. ಯಾವಾಗ ಅವನು ಆ ರೀತಿ ಹೇಳಿದೋ ಆಗ ಆ ಒಂದು ಆಕಾಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಂಚು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ಗುಡುಗು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ಸಿಡಿದು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ ಎ ಫ್ಲಾಶ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಮಿಂಚು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ದ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಮ್ ಗ್ರೌಲ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಕಾರ್ನರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಕೈ. ಆಕಾಶದ ಒಂದು ಮೂಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿರುಗಾಳಿಯ ಮೊರೆತ ಕೇಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ದ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಮ್ ಗ್ರೌಲ್ಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬಿರುಗಾಳಿಯ ಮೊರೆತ, ಬಿರುಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸಾಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಕೇಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ದ ಕಾರ್ನರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಕೈ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ವುಮೆನ್ ಟ್ರಂಬಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಫಿಯರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಮ್ ಅನ್ನೋನ್ ಡೇಂಜರ್. ಸೊ nature itself giving the signal that something was going danger in future to Vasavadatta. That's why here the storm growled from the corner of the sky and the woman trembled. Trembled means ನಡುಗಿದಳು, ನಡುಕ, in fear, ಭಯದಿಂದ ನಡುಗಿದಳು. ಇನ್ ಫಿಯರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಮ್ ಅನ್ನೋನ್ ಡೇಂಜರ್. ಅನ್ನೋನ್ ಡೇಂಜರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ಯಕ್ತವಾದಂತಹ ಅಪಾಯ, ಮುಂದೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರದಂತಹ ಅಪಾಯ ಸಂಭವಿಸೋದು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಮುನ್ಸೂಚನೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ತು. A year hasn't not yet passed. After this incident, a year has not yet passed. ಈ ಘಟನೆ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷನೂ ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕಳೆದಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. It was evening one of a day. So it was one day in the evening in April in spring season. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಏಪ್ರಿಲಿನ ಒಂದು ವಸಂತ ಕಾಲದ ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಸಂಜೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಡೇ ಇನ್ ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸನ್. ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಸಂತ ಕಾಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಗಿಡ ಮರಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿಗುರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲ. ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸನ್, ದ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ wayside trees were full of blossom. So the branches of the wayside trees, wayside means ದಾರಿಯ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಮರಗಳು. ದ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ wayside trees were full of blossoms. Blossoms means flowers. So they are very much attracting the people with their flowers. They are full of blossoms. Gay notes of the flute came floating in the warm spring air from afar. So gay notes of the flute. Flute means ಕೊಳಲು. ಕೊಳಲಿನ ಇಂಪಾದ ಧ್ವನಿ ದೂರದಿಂದ ಕೇಳಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಫ್ಲೋಟಿಂಗ್, ಅಲೆ ಅಲೆಯಾಗಿ. ಇನ್ ದ ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಏರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅಫಾರ್. ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಏರ್, ಆ ಒಂದು ವಸಂತ ಕಾಲದ ಬಿಸಿಯ ಗಾಳಿಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇಂಪಾದ ಕೊಳಲಿನ ಧ್ವನಿ ದೂರದಿಂದ ತೇಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಗೇ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಅಪ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೌನ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫ್ಲೂಟ್. ಆ ಕೊಳಲಿನ ಏರಿಳಿತ ಧ್ವನಿ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಗೇ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫ್ಲೂಟ್. ಫ್ಲೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಏರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅಫಾರ್. ದೂರದಿಂದ ಆ ಹೊಸ ಇಂಪಾದ ಕೊಳಲಿನ ಧ್ವನಿ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ ಪಾಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಸಿಟಿ ಗೇಟ್ಸ್. Upagupta was passing through the city gates. Which city? Mathura. Upagupta passed through city gates. ಆ ಒಂದು ನಗರದ ಹೆಬ್ಬಾಗಿಲಿನ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಬೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ರಾಂಪೆಟ್. ಆ ಹೆಬ್ಬಾಗಿಲಿನ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇನೆ ಕೂಡ ಅವನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಂಪೆಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ a high wide wall of earth built around a coastal town. means to say ಕೋಟೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಯಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂದೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ, ಒಂದು ನಗರದ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಕೋಟೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಟು ಚಿತ್ರದುರ್ಗ, ಯು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್. ದ ಕೋಟೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಕೂಡ, ಆ ನಗರದ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೋಟೆಯನ್ನು, ಕಲ್ಲಿನ ಕೋಟೆಯನ್ನು ಕಟ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಅದನ್ನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಎಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ರಾಂಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಲ್ತಾನೆ ಯಾರು, ಸ್ಟುಡ್. ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ದೇರ್. ವಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ಎ ವುಮನ್ ಲೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಫೀಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಶಾಡೋ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ ಗ್ರೂವ್? ಸೊ he saw a girl, he saw a lady there. That was that a girl laying? Was that a girl? Was that a woman lying at his feet in the shadow of the mango grove? So there was a woman was lying at his feet in the shadow of the mango grove. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲಿನ ಪಾದದ ಹತ್ರ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಹಿಳೆ ಏನಾಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಮಲಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಮಾವಿನ ಮರದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ ಗ್ರೂವ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಪೆಸ್ಟಿಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಪೆಸ್ಟಿಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಪೆಸ್ಟಿಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸಾಂಕ್ರಾಮಿಕ ರೋಗ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Pestilence means ಸಾಂಕ್ರಾಮಿಕ ರೋಗ. Her body is spotted with sores of smallpox. Here you have the smallpox means ಸಿಡುಬು ರೋಗದ ಹುಣ್ಣುಗಳು. ಸಿಡುಬು ರೋಗದ ಹುಣ್ಣುಗಳಿಂದ ಅವಳ ಒಂದು ದೇಹ ಜರ್ಜರಿತವಾಗಿದೆ. Her body is spotted with sores of smallpox. Whose body? The dancing girl Vasavadatta's body. She was suffering from a black pestilence and her body was spotted with sores of smallpox. ಸಿಡುಬು ರೋಗದ ಹುಣ್ಣುಗಳಿಂದ ಅವಳ ಬಾಡಿ ನರಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. She was hurriedly driven away from the town. So the people of the Mathura driven her from the town and left her in that gateway, in the gate of Mathura, to avoid her poisonous contagion. That's why, because if she was there, it will spread to others also. To avoid spreading that black pestilence, the people of Mathura driven away her from the town to avoid her poisonous contagion. Means to say, ಆ ವಿಷ, ಅವಳ ಒಂದು ಆ ರೋಗದ ವಿಷ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಆ ರೋಗ ಆ ಒಂದು ಹರಡೋದನ್ನು ತಪ್ಪಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅವಳನ್ನು ಆ ಒಂದು ನಗರದನ್ನೇ ಕೂಡ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು. The ascetic sat by her side, took her head on his knees. So the young ascetic Upagupta sat by her side. He sat by her side. ಅವಳ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಂಡ. Here what happened means, the dancing girl Vasavadatta, she was suffering from black pestilence and the people of Mathura driven away her from the city and left her in the gate of Mathura, and she was sleeping there. That time the young ascetic Upagupta came on that place. He saw her and he sat beside her. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ ವಾಸವದತ್ತ ಸಾಂಕ್ರಾಮಿಕ ಒಂದು ರೋಗದಿಂದ ಬಳಲ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅವಳನ್ನು ಮಥುರಾ ನಗರದ ಜನರು ನಗರದಿಂದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವಳು ಆ ಒಂದು ಮಥುರಾ ನಗರದ ಹೆಬ್ಬಾಗಿಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾಳೆ. ಆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲಗಿರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ, ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅವಳ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಳ್ಕೊತಾನೆ. took her head in her knees. See, this is the best example for the quality of Upaguptas, that how kind he is. How kind he is. It was very much kindness about others. Sat beside her sir, took her head on his knees. ಅವಳ ಒಂದು ತಲೆಯನ್ನು ತನ್ನ ಮೊಣಕಾಲಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊತಾನೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು. and moistened her lips with water. Here moistened her lips with water means he gave some water to her to drink. He gave some water to drink to her, or he put some water on her mouth and smeared her body with sandal balm, and he also applied a sandal balm to her body. It means to say that he nursed her. Upagupta nursed the dancing girl Vasavadatta and moistened her lips with water and smeared her body with sandal balm. Who are you, merciful one? Now the Vasavadatta is asking, who are you, merciful one? ಓ ಕರುಣಾಮಯ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವನೇ, ನೀನು ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಮರ್ಸಿಫುಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕರುಣಾಮಯಿ, ಕರುಣೆಯನ್ನು ಉಳ್ಳಂಥದ್ದು. ಆಸ್ಕರ್ ದ ವುಮನ್, ಯಾರು ನೀನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಹಿಮ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವೆನ್ ಶಿ ಇನ್ವೈಟೆಡ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಟು ಹಿಸ್ ಹೌಸ್, he told that when the time right I will come. So So now the time has been ripe to see you, visit you. ಓ ಹೆಣ್ಣೆ, ನೀನು ಅವತ್ತು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಾ ಅಂತ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ನೀನು, ಇವತ್ತು ಆ ಸಮಯ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. The time at last has come to visit you and I am here, replied the young ascetic. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀನಿ. It means to say that the one, as a human being, one has to help others, those who are in difficulty, those who are suffering. We have to, it is our duty to help those people. That what the young ascetic Upagupta has done here. So the poem has been completed now. So this is the poem, the first poem of your English text 9th standard, Upagupta. I hope all you have understood the lesson and you also applied these type of values in your lives. Thank you very much.